It's your boy Young Moolah, man. Always and forever a triple threat. Yes, coming at you, direct and correct, we will say. So, once again, let's allow me to introduce myself. I am Young Moolah, and we are gentle and blissful, gifted and beautiful, generous and benevolent, and most appreciatively, we are grateful and blessed. We are guidelines to achieve and build GAB Sports, and this is Triple Threat, our NBA DFS showcase for January 9th, 2026, a 7-game slate here on DraftKings. And there's a ton of news that will be impacting this slate today, and we can't control that, obviously, but we're going to go ahead and utilize all our resources, gathering all the information we can. But we've went ahead and put together our top plays of the day as we go into our today's triple threats. We have the triple TTT, today's triple threats for January 9th, 2026 on your 7-game DraftKings slate today. And it's a very interesting slate. There's going to be some news that will impact the slate. News has already filtered in that is definitely altering how we're looking at things. We're going to start off with the first triple threat of the day. We're going back to the well. Bub Carrington, 4,900 for the Washington Wizards. And why is this such a good play once again as we utilize him on the last slate, on Wednesday's slate, and he delivered for us? It's another great play because CJ Mack has been traded. He was out Wednesday, and now he's been traded, and there's no other players coming in to absorb any of the minutes here. So once again, this young backcourt of Bub Carrington and Trey Johnson will be heavily utilized and highly involved today. And so there's been very little movement on his price tag. He came in at 4,400. Now he's still under 5K, coming in at 4,900. That's just too cheap for a starting point guard. And so we love Bub Carrington once again, especially in this very tasty matchup versus the New Orleans Pelicans at 242.5 over under, and they are plus 2.5 at home. Bub Carrington, your first triple threat of the day. Our second today's triple threat is Jalen Williams coming in for the Oklahoma City Thunder as they travel to Memphis to face off against the Grizzlies. And Jalen Williams is coming in at 7,500, and both SGA and Chet Holmgren will be out today, which will force Jalen Williams to be much more active and aggressive in leading this team, as they are still a favorite, even with all the guys that they have out. Well, the top guys, which are SGA and Chet, and also the other center, Isaiah Hartenstein, is also out. So even with all these guys sidelined, the fact that the Thunder are still favorites here on the road gives you an indication of the matchup and the quality of the opponent. And so we look for Jalen Williams to finally break through for a monster game, as he hasn't really unleashed his skill set so far this season. He's been sort of like the timing or something's not right, but this is the opportunity with all the usage in the world. We look for a big game out of Jalen Williams today for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Your next top threat of the day, the triple threat, is Derek Queen coming in at 6,200 in that aforementioned New Orleans Pelicans versus Washington Wizards game. We have Derek Queen, and his situation is also very favorable, as two key guys up front will be out again. That's Sadiq Bey and Herb Jones. And it's also a very favorable matchup versus The Wizards, their interior defense has been lacking all season long. And so we look for Derek Queen to be able to deliver a pretty substantial game here today. Overtime here in a very tightly contested game based on the spread. And so if we get that overtime in this high-paced game, that will bode well for us with Derek Queen in our lineups. So we're banking on this game. And Derek Queen is one of the favorable bets on the Pelicans side. All right. Next play. Onyeka Okongwu for the Atlanta Hawks traveling to Denver, facing a jokerless and J-Val-less Denver Nuggets. That's going to be key for him. Added condition of Porzingis also being out, which will give this guy plenty of minutes. We look for Okongwu to be one of the central figures in this matchup on the road as they go to Mile High. It's a very competitive landscape. It's only a 1.5 point spread where Atlanta's a favorite on the road, as the Nuggets could be without several of their players other than just Jokic and Valanciunas. They could also be minus Jamal Murray possibly, and some other guys are questionable as well, which will shorten that rotation over there. And so we may be looking also to run some things back here on the Denver side, but we'll trickle in later. But for right now, one of the top plays and the surest bets for today for us is Onyeka Okongwu, the Atlanta Hawks. And our final triple threat of the day, we have Brandon Carlson. Yes, you heard that right. Who's he? Brandon Carlson playing for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and there's no center available. Chet Holmgren, sideline. They have Isaiah Hartenstein, sideline. And additionally, they have Jalen Williams, the other Jalen Williams, J-A-Y Williams, sideline. That means there's no center available. Brandon Carlson has already flexed his muscles just 1 week ago against the Golden State Warriors, my beloved Golden State Warriors. This guy churned out 37 fantasy points in just 22 minutes. So coming in at 3,500, he's going to be the top value play of the day. So look for us to have plenty of Brandon Carlson in our lineups as we look to spend up. So in recap for today's Triple Threats, January 9th, 2026, we have Bub Carrington coming in at point guard at 4,900 for the Washington Wizards. We have Jalen Williams coming in at small forward, 7,500 for the Oklahoma City Thunder, with plenty of usage available to him with the top guys sidelined today in SGA and Chet Holmgren. We have power forward center Derek Queen with great position versatility offered here on DraftKings. That dual positions where we can put him in at like 4 spots in our lineups. For the New Orleans Pelicans, coming in at 6,200 on the road in a very, very enticing matchup versus the Washington Wizards. All right, we have Onyeka Okongwu coming in at 7,100 on the road against a team that will be minus its 2 top centers. And so Okongwu also will be not having to share center minutes with Kristaps Porzingis. So hopefully he can garner 36 minutes plus maybe in this game. So Onyeka Okongwu, 7,100, your fourth triple threat. And our final today's triple threat, we went for value play here. Yes, searching high and low, we came upon Brandon Carlson, who should get quite a few minutes here. You know, we don't know exactly who will be selected off this bench here, but we're going to bank that is Brandon Carlson, who's already shown some upside recently, and he's coming in at 3,500 for your Oklahoma City Thunder. Good luck to you all here on this 7-game slate on DraftKings for January 9th, 2026. We're out. Peace. And leads you to some of our better plays here on this 7-game slate on Friday, January 9th, 2026. We're still in the early portions of the new year, and things are rapidly changing. There's a lot of trade talks going on, and people are being rested and maintained. Injury maintenance stuff's going on, and there's just a ton of news that's trickling in today. Stay focused and bring you the goods here for Triple Threat, our NBA DFS showcase. Right now, we want to take the time to go ahead and welcome you once again. Thank you for your support, your continued support. We appreciate it. But please take the time to like the video, subscribe to our channel. Feel free to leave a comment and follow us on social media. That's at GAB4Young, the number 4, YUUNG. Thank you for your continued support. This will be an amazing journey. It's continue to come at you with excitement, invigoration, and we're doing our due diligence to uncover these top strategies and top plays because we are committed to build winners and boost bankrolls here at GAB Sports. Okay, so we're rocking the Iverson old school. Yep, we rocking the jersey today. Yeah, and we came with the virtual background. So we're just slowly but surely building here. But one thing is for sure, we're bringing you the top plays. Yes, we'll go ahead and get over here on DraftKings for a lineup review from Wednesday, where we did make some very good selections. Didn't quite put them all together in that lineup that would have just smashed, but we had some good plays, and we'll go ahead and share that with you right here, right now. On Wednesdays, and it came back with 272 fantasy points. Yeah, that was kind of a weird slate. Around 340 was the winning scores. And so, it was kind of a hit or miss. I hit on several plays and then just missed on completing the lineup. Cover the best plays, which we tend to do at a pretty high rate here on GAB Sports with our triple threats. And so we're going to just continue to do that, right? And so reviewing this lineup, we had Bub Carrington, who once again, we're going back to the well on Bub Carrington. And yeah, he will be popular. But at that price, delivering about, 31, 32, 35 fantasy points at under 5K, you just can't go wrong with that type of usage from a point guard, starting point guard at this price. So Bub Carrington, he brought us close to 32 fantasy points at 4,400, which was a great score. And we rolled with Jaden Ivey when we should have had more of Dennis Jenkins, which would have been very nice. Yes, we had some of him too, but in this particular lineup, we had Jaden Ivey. He brought us 17 fantasy points, which wasn't good enough. And then we had our homeboy who be hammering for Wednesday, RJ Barrett, who came in with a nice 40 burger at only 8% ownership. And then we paired him up with Colin Murray Boyles, who also gave us a Fire Emblem at only 5% in that Toronto game, which kind of underperformed. They didn't even get 200 total points on that game in the game total. But a couple of guys that we did pick did pretty well. Con Knipple kind of stunk up the joint, but it's going to happen. But RJ Barrett, who was our top player of the day, did not steer us wrong. And then we also utilized SGA in this lineup, who was questionable that day, and he came through with a big score after being ruled in pretty late. And so we were able to pivot to him in a few lineups. And our very big disappointment was Jalen Johnson, who was one of our top spin-ups, and we just needed him to really crush in this lineup. And he underperformed, but he was already 50%. So Tim Daniels' pick was also one of the things we were heavy on. We just didn't get to him in this particular lineup, which hindered this potential ceiling of this lineup. And then we came in with Mark Williams, who's starting to slide back into that comfortable role, starting center for the Phoenix Suns, and he brought back 33 points. And so we ended up with, 272 points, which was good enough to cash, not good enough to bring home the bacon. 40K zone, $5 contest, and it's 10K to first. So we get a quarter of the prize pool going to first place. We always like contests like that. And it is 9,500, a little over 9,500 entries. Yes, so we will like to take our chances here with maybe 4 or 5 lineups here in this contest. And we want to start off with one of our spin ups that we would like today. And we want to go over to the Orlando Magic, where there's a guy, a young fella, young bull, named Paulo Banchero. So we'll start off the lineup with him at the power forward spot. Then we like our 2 centers in combination today. The first being 3,500. Brandon Carlson, one of our today's triple threats. And then we also like our other center coming in at 7,100. That would be Onyeka Okongwu, along with those 2 top plays. Yes, we're not going to wait long to bring you the gong. And the gong is the top play on this slate. That guy, that one guy who's needed in every lineup essentially. And we're not going to just try to get cute here. There's no reason to. Yes, we're bringing you the obvious. The guy who you're just going to have. You should know who it is. It's no secret. It's no mystery. It's just too much damn usage available for this guy, right? Yeah, it's simple. He's going to go ham. Our homeboy, Hubie Hammond, top play of the day. He's just going to go hard. How hard? Hard as a mother. Shut your mouth. It's simple today. Don't think twice. Just go ahead. Put him in. Jalen Williams. Simple as can be today. If this guy doesn't give you a 50 burger, I ain't going to give you a damn thing. I'm telling you that. But if this guy doesn't give you a 50 burger, what can I do? I guess, I don't know. I'll do my next show wearing some sort of bunny rabbit ears or something. Nah, that's not going to do it. All I'm telling you, this is one of the surest bets we've had all season. And this is, yeah, he should be 75% on. I don't know. That's what he should be. Will he be? People tend to try to do too many tricky things, I notice, in fantasy sports. And so to me, when there's just an obvious smash play, you just play it. You find your differentiation elsewhere. So today's homeboy Hubie Hammond, no need to even get overly dramatic about it. Let's just roll with this guy. Jalen Williams coming in at 7,500 for your Oklahoma City Thunder. Book. Are we interested in any late minutes in this game here? Let's see. Prices aren't ridiculous. Let's see. We don't. Miles McBride. What's his minutes look like right now? 33 minutes. Not bad, hey. Is Josh Hart still out? Yes, he is. All right, let's do it. We want a little bit of a cheap guy here, so we'll go with Miles McBride. No, we're going to put you at the shooting guard, buddy. Miles McBride at the shooting guard. Okay. Give us a little bit more late minutes. And we're going to go back to one of our top plays on this slate. Let's go to this game here. Koulibaly, no. All right, let's go with Derek Queen, another one of our triple threats. Put him in there. And do we want to play one of the Washington Wizards? Yeah, he's just too damn cheap. Let's not mess around no more. Bub Carrington. So we are loading up on our triple threats of the day. Yes, we will. And let's see. We got 7,100 for a guard. Who fits the bill? At 7,100, we can go with Dyson Daniels. Give us another piece of that Atlanta team. DJ Edgecombe. Always a good bet. Peyton Pritchard. You know, we do like, let's see what's going on with Toronto. So I know somebody was already out on Toronto. Yeah, Barnes is doubtful, so somebody will be the beneficiary of this. We do like Quickly. That'll leave us 800 on the table. I don't want to leave that much. So how about we go to the other side, Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard at 6,700. Peyton Pritchard, 6,700. Okay, so there we have our lineup build. We have Bub Carrington coming in at 4,900, one of our triple threats of the day. And we correlated him with Derek Queen, another one of our triple threats out of that same game, which we will have a game stack of that game in the lineup. We're just going to go and stack that game and pray for the overtime. Yes. And that would be very big because it's already 242.5. And if they play some extra minutes, that game could go nuclear. And we will just go ahead and take that bet today. But we had those two correlated plays. Then we had Miles McBride as a part of our late minutes that we covet so much. And we will always look to get some late minutes. And we'll go ahead and put him in at the shooting guard spot. And on one of our early plays on the slate, we'll have Paulo Banchero going against the Philadelphia 76ers. They're at home. Yep. Iverson, baby. Throwback, but not any. We're not going to use any of y'all players today. I wish you had Iverson. But we're going to go with Paulo Banchero against you guys today. And we also have Peyton Pritchard as another earlier play. And then we have several of our late plays, including Onyeka Okongwu of the Atlanta Hawks, Benjamin, Billy, Brandon Carlson, 3,500, part of our double center attack, and wrapping it up with our homeboy Hubie Hammond, top play of the day, Jalen Williams for your Oklahoma City Thunder. Today even more so, so I don't want to throw out too many ideas right now. Just wait for the news to filter in and you'll go ahead and be okay with this start on your day. So hopefully I provided you some nuggets to get you going, but just thank you all for joining us here at Triple Threat, our NBA DFS showcase on Friday, January 9th, 2026. Show you the winners, right? And so as we depart, we would like to just ask that you kindly take the time to like the video, subscribe to our channel. Again, follow us on social media at GAB for Young. Enjoy your Friday and enjoy the weekend, man. Life is precious. Life's too short. Don't take anything for granted. For those of you who are struggling out there in different kind of ways, you know, prayers up to you, but just go ahead and keep your head up at all times. Things will get better. And hopefully I'll see you at the top of the standings tonight alongside myself. That'll be Riley Freeman over here on DraftKings. All right, we're out. Peace. It's your boy Young Moolah Man, always and forever a triple threat.